We clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer, so it's definitely a pleasure having you here. Now, first of all, I gotta say this: is this a holiday weekend? You know what I'm saying, but it doesn't matter. Happy holiday. What is this? Good Saturday, whatever the fuck that is. Listen, I've been sleeping all day. Oh man, I have a feeling this is gonna be a good one. But anyway, um, whew, you know what I'm saying now, what I'm saying, it's time to play. It's time to play. And with that also being said, too, man, right before I got into the camera, I was getting a whole bunch of fucking downloads, too. So, hey, let it be. All right. It's going to be what it's going to be. But anyway, I guess it was another way of welcoming the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I've ever done this like that in the sense of, or how some people would tell you, I would let's pray to God first before we start talking. Well, that was my form of prayer. That was my form of introduction. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, God, come on, we here, baby. Play. Sometimes this is what I do. When I wake up, I reach out to God. I'm like, yo, you could go to bed now. I got it. Go take a nap, man, because this nigga never sleep. I'm like, I'm up, man. I got you. But anyway, let me stop. So I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And technically, as a spiritual healer, oh, I'm wilding. What I do is that I help people to become mentally and emotionally balanced. Now, when I'm talking about being emotionally balanced, I'm not referring to, let's just say, you know how to suppress your anger or not expressing anger. Do you see what I'm saying? More of a, it's not how to be polite. Being emotionally balanced meaning you are in charge of your emotions. But for you to be in charge of your emotion or for you to master your emotion, you would have to understand how your emotions are being created, identify your emotional pattern, and heal, and remove any type of blockages that you may have. And when you become a healer, you constantly doing that. That's what being emotionally balanced is. So I teach you, you know, what I'm saying, how to get down emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And as well as your mental, because your mental plays a big part of you. It shapes you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how can you mentally, if you in control of your mind, you cannot be, I mean, you may be influenced, but it will still be your choice, if that makes any sense. Like, you would have to be in charge of this whole thing is. I mean, here. But then you would have to understand certain things that influence you. In other words, your dark side, because your subconscious mind, as they say, is the one that's guiding you. So when you're not in tune with that, so it's like, how do you understand? Because you would have to get, because being in control of your mind, it's more than just the knowledge. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to be concerned with the things that you don't see, meaning your culture plays a big part in you. You probably don't even pay attention to that shit, but yet it's shaping your life. And that's why, nigga, that's why you have Americans, that's why you have Canadians, that's why you have this, you have that. So now you have to get out of that mentality. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out of it. Not saying you got to refute it. You may enjoy it, but what I'm truly saying is that you're aware of that. If there's some good shit in it that could serve your purpose as the living mind that you are, why the fuck not? Isn't that the point? But at the same time, you got to be able to identify the ones that is blocking your mind, that's blocking you as a person, that doesn't allow you to see beyond the veil. That's what we're talking about here. So becoming mentally balanced or to master your mind It's there's a lot of work. So you have to know pretty much what you don't know. But but that you that you'll get to know. Don't worry about it. I sounded fancy. I know. Because the occult will do that shit to you. It will give you, that. And quite honest, I fucking love it too. It's poetry to me. It's some nigga shit. Oh, I love it. That's why I love the approach. The way it poetry. It's all about the way things are being said. It's how it's being said. It makes a difference. Well, that's what quality is. You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. I'm making a difference, baby. I'm all about the difference. The small thing. The very small ones. And that's what the occult is. Oh my God. I'm getting aware of myself. It's going to be a good one. I try to warn y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Now, niggas, if you coming back, you already know it. What this is the minute I said niggas, I'm letting you know it's your time, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're coming back, you already know what we do here. We're breaking breads. Hey, that's exactly nigga. That's exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna break some. Hey, tomorrow, let's have the Last Supper. I know it had already occurred, but just know every time we get together, it's the Last Supper because we're breaking bread, we're sharing knowledge, we're building one another. We're giving sights to the blinds. You tell them what you see on this side. Run, tell them. Everybody, come get the sight. Come get the view, man. We got it here for you. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors are here, man. And grandpa's here. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my throne. We sit down, we're talking, you know what I'm saying? We're giving blessings to the children. That's what we do here. Get your medicine, nigga. But anyway, welcome back. It's always a pleasure. You already know. I'm just wilding a little too wild tonight. But anyway, um, now especially if this is your first time or even when you come back, this is always going to be part of my foundation, guys. And I want to somehow emphasize that on you, for you to know who you are. So therefore, spirituality is the tool that I use as a spiritual healer to help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. So what the fuck spirituality, dog? Okay. What the fuck is this thing that I've heard about? You know what I'm saying? I hear about this thing, spirituality. What the fuck is this shit? Got you, relax. It's your day to day life, baby. It's you on a regular basis. You're like, what? Yeah, man, that's you scratching your ass, nigga. Touching your balls, you're doing all that bullshit. Yeah, this is you. Spirit. So spirituality is only reflecting your story. Now the occult comes in to give you a deeper understanding of this guy that you're looking at who's scratching his balls, who's walking around, who's farting, to let you know, hey, motherfucker, you got a conscious mind, you got a subconscious mind. You're like, what? And then they let you know what I'm saying? Now you have the power of manifestation. You mean I could just sit down, try to, you know what I'm saying, have a good time and manifest some shit? Well, what does that say about you though? You see what I'm saying? And if you understand, even if you were to say, okay, spirituality, let's just say it's religion. But if you were to study those different religions, they are all talking about the same thing, which is yourself. How do you want to break it down? That's the way they break it down. That's what the difference is. Ultimately, they are reflecting on how they see themselves. The Indians, the Africans, my Europeans. So it's all a reflection of who they are. And ultimately, when you start delving into who you are, well, just like the Kabbalion tells you, you are a living mind, spirit. You know what I'm saying? And they give you pretty much the seven hermetic principles. The hermetic letting you know that you got to go in, sealed, not being kept away from you, but you got to look for it. It's not in front of you, dog. And just so you understand that, the Indian call this world Maya, which means illusion. It's not what it looks like. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the scene where, that little boy was giving Neo that spoon. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying it's not there. All I'm saying is, you see, that's what they're talking about, fate. So a lot of it is just if even if you understand the matrix, right? The matrix, that's why they tell you, well, if you hurt down there or you hurt in the matrix, nigga said your mind made it real. Now be careful. This is not saying there was something fake happening. This is truly saying that you are creating everything. I'm taking you a step further here. So the relationship, when you look at the Matrix should have showed you that. That's why when they look at the Matrix, it's all dots. So we're not saying that that dot doesn't exist, but this is how it exists. You see what I'm saying? Now your issue becomes the way you're looking at the Matrix, meaning you're looking at it from an outside perspective instead of you looking at the dots. Now, when you become conscious, you don't say fuck the Matrix, but you're looking at it differently. Anyway, so I think I could go on. I could go days on that shit. But anyway, now this is going to be part two. This is the conversation that we're going to be making tonight. We're going to keep it short, baby. Now, what we're doing here, I think this is going to be part. This is actually part two of part one, so, which was having an open heart. I mean, an open mind, and I don't know how the fuck I titled this shit, but technically, you cannot have an open mind without an open heart. So to have an open heart is to have an open mind. So now I always tell you guys to look at the bigger picture, but I felt like I never really emphasized. Okay, yeah, I mean that is yes, the bigger picture is that, but how do you get there? You got to be open to it. That's why all spiritual masters knew, and they would always tell you, I always had an open heart. Meaning, even if they were listening to something that they didn't understand, they were open and willing to open up to that, whatever that shit was. That's the open heart, meaning they also had an open mind. So I'm also showing you the whole idea of mind, body, and soul. That's exactly what this shit means. Being in that alignment, well, that's when you become whole, the holy man, the perfect man. Not flawless now, but the perfect man, well balanced. And ironically, as we were talking about, in the beginning, me being a spiritual healer, that is how you truly balance. You truly have your mind and your motherfucking emotions balanced by having them in alignment. So therefore, being open minded, to be open, of course, I can't take away the heart, obviously. You know what I'm saying? For obvious reasons, motherfuckers. We just explained that shit, right? All right. I hope you're still here, motherfucker. Gotta check on you though. Hey, bullshit. So, so now, how do you keep an open mind? How do you be open minded? Okay, obviously, you gotta have an open heart too. So, how do you keep either one of them like that? Shit, tricky question, huh? Check out the Patreon. What the fuck is that shit? Yo, check out the Patreon and shit. Nah, 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 nah. But isn't that what a lot of niggas do, man? You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you're watching a movie too, right? Or certain, not movies, but certain shows, or they know exactly when to stop it, like right there, and then commercials. Like, oh shit, that was my spot, man. Fuck you, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Mm. But now, how do you keep that open mind, that open heart? Pretty much at this point, they are very much related to one another, right? Might even be the same. Who knows? That's why when you understand, like I always tell people, we are loving people, meaning even, before you got your heart broken, you always wanted to keep your fucking guards down. It was after you got burnt, like, oh no, you were disappointed. I don't want to have that same feeling to occur. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of people build a monster. You see what I'm saying? They have a monster now. You know what I'm saying? They build a Trump wall because that's their wall, but you paying for it. So the Trump idea was never new. Mm-mm. If you know, you know. Like when that nigga said that shit, I'm like, nigga, I know. I know, I know. In fact, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna name that wall after you. That's the Trump wall. You know what I'm saying? So when you see motherfuckers who don't know how to heal themselves, or they're projecting shit on people, again, this is all emotional. This is all part of your being. Again, this is to reflect that you are more than just what you look like. And the occult help you to delve into those different um dark side of you, for lack of better terms, or for if we want to be occultish a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's sprinkle a little bit of darkness into it just to spice it up. However the fuck you want it. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Nigga. Tell me what side I look better on. This one or that one. Because I'm in a state of being. I embody everything. But anyway, enough of me. That's still me. But anyway, so now your expectation has to change. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's when okay, I'm not too sure about this, but okay. What the fuck? What kind of food is that? They're like, shit, what kind of food is that, man? Oh, what kind of shit these niggas speaking? Can you try a different shit? You know what I'm saying? How would it hurt? You know what I'm saying? So in so many words too, like it's taking place in so many different forms. It could be you facing not to be too comfortable. It may take for you to go outside of what you already know. Like it takes different many forms, but the bottom line is, it's just like something you gotta open up to it. You gotta be open to it. Because think about it, there's nothing outside of your mind. Let me say that again. I mean, I'm pretty, yes, there is a lot of it, but that's where your limitation is. That's why the people are perishing due to ignorance. That's why your life is based on your thinking. You see what I'm saying? Pretty much what you know. It's based on what you know. So here go again. So even with that analogy, I'm just reflecting you are more than what you look like. And the purpose of any spirituality or anybody who's doing this work, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, is to let you know, for you to be conscious, know who you are. That's what the work was all about and still is about. And no great and nothing greater than that. Once you know who you are, nigga, shit, game's over, man. Because now you can see through the veil or beyond the veil. That's when you're looking at this world with the dots. Not to make it look ugly, but you have a better, you know exactly what it is. You are mastering it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're not gonna fall for it for the fucking fame. You're gonna maintain your integrity. Not saying that you shouldn't have that, but you're not gonna compromise it for it. And now if it comes with it, nigga, shit, even better. Shit, that's icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? That's like, think about it. Like for me, it's like I look at it just like a nigga like me, right? I'm already looking good, and now you throw a couple millions to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you see what I'm trying to say to you? Oh man, it's like we do reflect each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you a star. You understand what I'm saying? You are money. You are shining. I don't think you understand it. How did you try not to get it too wrong? But again, it has to do with what you know. And that same knowing that I was talking about is reflecting what the fuck, who the fuck are you? Not necessarily that, but you're more than just the physical body. So this world being a world of illusion, that's what it's all about. That's why you'll see you are growing in life. To grow in life, oh shit, you got to be emotionally. Oh, I'm getting way out of myself. Not yet. I just couldn't hold that one. Yeah, I'll let that marinate. You know what I'm saying? And even to be emotionally open, it comes with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to be vulnerable. You got to be open. You got to learn how to stay open with a broken heart. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got to bleed up in this bitch. Or you bleeding. If you walk in this path, you will bleed, but you got to know how to deal with it, baby. But don't worry, as a spiritual healer, I got you. Why do you think the whole Jesus story is about? You being a black sheep. Do you see what I'm saying? When you choose this path, that's how it's gonna be, man. When you choose to be you instead of choosing to please other people. Listen, man. it comes. Listen, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to carry that cross. But if you're anything like me, then you know a good opposition. It's as good as a fucking opponent. You gotta let that marinate, baby. Feel me? That's how you learn how to transmute everything. And the true magician, even the word transmuting is changing. That's why we call it. The spiritualists call themselves. Ah, God, that's too much. I'm saying, come on, I'm gone. Connect the dots. If it's understood, it doesn't have to be said. It's got to be lived, though. And that's what that spirit, that active spirit, is pretty much all about. But anyway, now, how do you stay open? Your expectations got to change. You willing, to learn something you didn't know before. You know what I'm saying? Not to go for it, but oh, okay. All right, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you some shit. And now, I haven't tried it yet. Those Africans have a dish, has a peanut butter dish. And niggas, I love peanut butter, but I don't see how you gonna mix that shit up. And then a friend of mine, nigga, she said, nigga. And I know if niggas do it, I know it's gonna be good, right? Shit, that's a given. I know that. Let me rephrase. Let me rewind the selector. And it's gonna be that. But I'm just showing, like that little small. If you're being small minded, to be like, shit, I don't know how peanut butter's gonna go with that. I'm trying to put it in front of you. I'm trying, I took it, showing you exactly, how I had to overcome myself too, because we all had to put that work in. So I'm letting you know I know what I know. Yeah, every now and then you gotta let the nigga know. You know what I'm saying? And I just let you know. I feel like I'm glowing. Is it me? Or is it just me? Beautiful, man. Hmm. Being in your element is nothing like it. It's that. Oh my God. But anyway, you see, I think I'll never talk about this shit. No, there's not going to be a part three. We're going to delve right into it, right? So I was talking about there's nothing outside of your mind. The point of what I was trying to say is, you see, like when someone's stupid, they don't know that they're stupid, right? Because what's the logic, how you're looking at it, they're not in that space. That's why you'll see only people who have grown. That's why, what I'm saying, the wise ones, we have testimonies. We have stories to tell you. You know, that's why I'm just telling you. If a nigga can't tell you, like, we got proof. I keep a lot of receipts. I got story to tell the grandkids. Of course. You know what I'm saying? One of them's taking place right now. Shit. You know what I'm saying? We always adding to it. So these little motherfuckers, they don't know what they're gonna get. This grandpa here, I'm gonna work these niggas out. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you pass down the flavor, man. You pass it down because it was passed down to me. So listen. I know what I'm talking about. I know a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to know it all, but I do. But the part that I know though. You know what I'm saying? Just like that stupid motherfucker resonate to his stupidity. Like I ain't toxic, none of that shit. And they'll prove it to you though by being toxic at the same time. Oh, I got a lot of story to tell. God damn, y'all niggas got some nerves. But it will be done to teach the others, not to criticize. We don't do that. That's what those mythologies, those stories that are being passed down to us are about. I'm just trying to put it in a way so you could get it today, so you get the gist of it. Because I don't think, you know what I'm saying. When you understand that, then you'll know it's all about you. It's that reflection of yourself. That's why we are the ancestors, and the ancestors are us. That's how they could come back through me. You know what I'm saying? How Igbo, you already know. Oh shit, come on, these niggas are dancing right now. Listen, yo, you know, grew up in Haiti, right? So I had this uncle. That nigga was my idol. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Nigga was so smooth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? The type of dude like everybody like, oh, this nigga's that nigga. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, so this nigga's that nigga. But I really fuck with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I like as a kid, so your resonance, the way you resonate with things, it's on 100. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I didn't know. It was just a reflection of myself. Because sometimes when you don't see beauty in you yet, I mean, it's just part of. I mean, it's the process. I'm just giving you a few. I mean, if you're going along that path, just know you're good. And I'm letting you know I've been there too. So don't, it's nothing personal, but it's very personal as well, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, oh shit, I'm wilding. I'm wilding. Let's go back to the subject at hand. I mean, at hand. So we are pretty much saying, what the fuck are we saying? Man, let's just talk our shit, man. You know what I'm saying? If it comes, it comes. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. 32 minutes. Oh no, come on. Let's be serious. So I thought it was like about an hour. That felt like, oh my God. Okay. All right. All right. Welcome to my world, baby. But somehow, some way. So yeah, so it's important for you to be open minded. So how do you be open minded? But again, this is all relevant though. If you truly, you got to, you got to put the pieces together too. And I also understand, and I'm trying to put it to you that way as well, because that would allow you to reflect to it, right? We got. Listen, I got you. Stop it there. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying too much for myself, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So now we're talking about pretty much delving into the unknown. Be open to the unknown. In fact, you know what I'm saying? I guess some of my occult languages are coming back. That's what they mean when they tell you, you got to delve into the unknown. What you don't know, in other words, open up your consciousness. But again, you got to be open to it. And that's pretty much what the difference is when you're really talking about someone of the light versus someone of the dark, if you want to put it that way. For you to become that Christ, you have to open up. Then, as you open, the information is flowing through you. The information is changing you, and you are becoming the information. That's why the words got to be made flesh. That connection. Then you understand that you are truly spirit, a living mind, the Christ, the Buddha. Come on, niggas. This is it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else I could say beyond that. Anything else is to help you to get there. But if you could grasp this, hey, welcome home. And that's what the thing. That's what the whole journey is about. That's when. That's how you're able to trans. You know what I'm saying? You have pretty much transcended this reality. Now you're looking at the dots, meaning as like for me, I see energy around me. I look at people differently as I looked at myself differently. You know what I'm saying? So then you start to understand. That's why what you know is a reflection of you. Now, granted, right? Yes, it is a reflection of you, you know, in degrees, right? But anyway, that's why no, I shouldn't say. Okay, so like that's why when you start learning or delving into who we are truly, then when we say language, it's a mirror of your mental. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, some of you may argue that's not the case all the time, which I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? You know how you say, what I'm saying, because people lie. That's what deception is. Deception it's not always the person expressing who they are. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But again, it shouldn't even they're not expressing who they are, but they're still expressing. See, us becoming conscious, we became the spoken word because we're living that word. Now they are still being expressed because their spirit is revealing something, but they're hiding inside. It's still an express. It's not an honest one. That's what they're liars. That's what deception is. They're cheating themselves. And you not cheating yourself. That's how self consciousness is all about, self love, and all of that comes in. And because they cheat themselves, they cheat everybody else. That's why if you're not true to you, there's a cheap cut. Come on, man. You got to write this shit down. Write that down, baby. If you're not true to you, you'll be false to everybody. And that's what those laws, those spiritual laws, are pretty much about, to help you to understand you. And once you become you, shit, nothing else matters. When you don't care when motherfuckers lying, man. Like I know for me, I don't. What that has to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you got 20 cars. Saying you buying out the bars. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. Had nothing to do with me. It didn't add nor subtract anything. That's why I don't compete with motherfuckers. I'm too comfortable being me. That's why I told you, man. A couple millions. Shit. I'll make that shit look good. But I'm already that $1 million. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you can't get no $1 million without YouTube. Well, I mean, if you even well, unless you're planning on cheating. If you're not gonna cheat, that's all you gotta do. That's why you don't make money chasing money. The people that makes money, they're being who they are. Follow your gift. Be you. Well, you may not become to that status, but the transformation, the life, I mean, the growth is gonna be there. There's no way the growth is gonna be there. The maturity, the understanding. I mean, even if you were to coach people later, whatever the fuck you're looking for, it doesn't have to be monetary all the time, motherfuckers. God damn. Be abundant, bitch. Become abundant. They gotta make everything look good. You see what I'm saying? The party don't start without me, baby. I don't give a fuck. I heard it was good, but I wasn't there. I heard it was great. But we're not hating. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I heard you talking. I wasn't there. I guess you could tell me. At this point, for me, it's like, nigga, well, shit, go ahead and tell me. Because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But, the party's going to be a party when I'm there, nigga. That's how we show up. We show up with the superheroes, man. A lot of us, a lot of people are being acquainted to my superheroes. Oh man, that's a dangerous sight. Told you not to go there. You didn't listen. But anyway, guys, let's get back to the conversation at hand. Obviously, it's pretty obvious at this point that I am a man of you know of a few additional skills, a talent I may add. You know what I'm saying? So relax, man. Everybody's showing up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nigga, I show up and show out. So you meeting everybody tonight. Mm. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah. Emotional and all, nigga. And I'm comfortable in my shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is, man. I hope shit. Hey, each one teach one. Beauty's all it's I embody beauty, nigga. I'm considered. Feel me? But anyway, guys, let's get back to the conversation at hand, right? So we're talking about being open. Because, for you to see the bigger picture, something has to take place in you first. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about two people falling in love, you have two people who already believed in love. If one of them don't believe in love, the other motherfucker believe in love. You know what you're gonna get? Yeah, all of you motherfuckers. Yeah, and that's what you see. So both of these people gotta believe in love. Then they become in love. Shit's beautiful, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? Hey, only two can dance. You know what I'm saying? Well, can properly dance, I should say. That's the harmony. That's the ma'at. That's the balance. Anytime there's a separation, that's why I always tell motherfuckers we don't separate. We embrace the body, and that's how we transcend the body. You see, when you see in African dances, I mean, not just African, Indian, any nigga shit. In our spirituality, we dance as well because we understand dancing is a form that's how the spirit is expressing itself. It's therapeutic for you to dance. Some certain women would say that shit, or it was natural for them to dance, whatever the fuck the situation is. That's self-expression. How do you suppress that? You'll never be healthy though. You know, you're not gonna be healthy because you separate. But most importantly, you don't see the body as a projection of the conscious mind or the subconscious mind, however you want to put it. I don't use those two terms, but I guess just so people can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, the way I look at it, subconscious mind is the conscious mind. Because if it can catch what the conscious mind is not guiding, why do you know what I'm saying? That is, and with nigga shit, that's why we say you talking to somebody, you talking to that conscious mind. Well, us healers, or me as a healer, you see, that's why these conversation is different. Still my nigga shit, all the way nigga. Because what that is truly is a state of mind, it's a state of understanding. It's not how much you see, but it's how are you looking at it. That makes a world of difference. Because you could think you're seeing a whole bunch of shit, then you're looking at the wrong thing. That's why it's never about quantity. It's always quality. That quality is referring to a fucking benefit that is inherent. That's what this motherfucker. Do you notice a lot of rich people buy arts, nigga? See, that's what niggas don't understand, man. These niggas are buying arts. They talking about I bought this for $1 million, but you don't understand. You may think of these motherfuckers being bougie. No, they have tapping into a different side of life. And us true spiritual masters, that's why I could tell you right now about beauty. If you don't see beauty, you're not gonna create it around you. That's why in the ghetto everything's dirty, man. Do you see what I'm saying? Like when you see beauty, you see clean, you see that's why luxury has nothing to do with money. It's beauty. When you know it, you know it. That's when you don't do shit for clouds. Do you see what I'm saying? Not on this side. But we bougie as fuck. Hey, that's what makes us royal blood, nigga. We bougie as fuck. And yet we like in the like it's not even down to earth. Like I'm all the way up. I'm shit. I'm deeply rooted, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm flying with my feet on the ground, nigga. Now that's how you fly. You fly with your feet on the ground. Anytime you flying, you know what I'm saying? You out there. You're just flying, nigga. You're truly flying. You know what I'm saying? That's why that line why Clef be saying that's my shit. I love Clef, love you, babe. You know what I'm saying? Nigga tell you play celebrity, you be RIP. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You know what I'm saying? You living for who? For what? Hey, it's all good, baby. That's your life. You choose to do that with your life. You choose to live for somebody else instead of you in your life. Come on, nigga. I had to turn off for a second. It's some bullshit, man. That's why you gotta use anger sometimes. Peacefully. Let motherfuckers know. Stop fucking around. Know who you are, babe. Come on now. How you gonna choose to live somebody else's life? Even the thought of that is disgusting. It's just not appealing at all. No, it's not looking good. You're not come on, you're not looking good out here, baby. Because you're not shining, you're not being you. There's nothing's being reflected out there, baby. You know what I'm saying? You became dark, really closed. And that's the difference. The conscious ones, the bright ones. Are we out here? The Lord is. You gotta open up, baby. Come on now, what you doing? Learn how to love with a broken heart. Open up. Your nature's love is you open up. You share things with people. That's what makes you. So the motherfucker now who's not reflecting that in their language, you got to understand they are still expressing who they are. Now it's not a spoken word; it's an unspoken word. That's how I call them. You know what I'm saying? Shh. You go like this in this niggas, man. Nothing to talk about. Shh. So y'all niggas, I'm gonna start. Nothing to talk about, man. Keep it pushing. Keep moving. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing, baby. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Nigga, I'm wilding. So, so again, even though some people may argue your speech may not be a clear representation of your mentality, that's exactly what it is. It is not a clear representation, but it's still a representation. So I'm trying to show you the relationship between, the inside and the outside. Because as it is within, so it is without. If you confuse within yourself, well, you're gonna make confused decisions. I made them in the past, where myself was not 100% in it. You see what I'm saying? Now listen, now, I paid my dues. I'm not just looking good just to look good, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, shit. I got to floss because I look good, but most importantly, I had to put the work in. There's no way. There's no way around that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have your stripes without. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to go through all rites of passage. There's no way around that. That's what we're calling the work, right? Is it not? Is it not? Well, what is that work? Well, it's the work that you'll be doing to develop yourself in this reality. That's why we say your humanity is your fucking spirituality. To elevate yourself, to forgive, or to make yourself a better person, however the fuck that you had to do mentally, that will be reflecting in your physicality. You know what I'm saying? You don't make those same decisions, you don't deal with the same people. It's all being translated. As it is within, so it is without. When you start growing mentally, certain people you're not gonna hang out with. That's just the way it goes. Is it not? Well, I'm trying to show you it doesn't just happen from an outside perspective. I'm trying to make the connection between as it is within, so it is without. Again, talking about you, showing you that you are more than what you look like. That's why they call this world a fucking illusion. Get to know yourself. Now you know your true spirit. That's who you are. Then that's how you start looking. Come on, man. I'm trying to give sight to the blinds. Or if you get to see, there you go. You're using your eyes for the first time, baby. It might hurt a little. You'll be all right. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Just keep looking. So again, But anyway, to make that point, I was talking about these rich people buying paint. The idea is buying beauty. Your definition of life is not misery, man. So you got to understand. Well, I know, not having the money and having the money could make a difference. Listen, we're not suppressing or negating, the influence that money can have. That money can have. Let me say that again. It came out of my mouth. I had to be conscious of it. That money can have. In other words, I'm saying can have because it comes from you. This is the catch. We valued money. Is it not? I mean, I can't go to your store and bring like fucking rocks and then be like, I'm paying you. Like, what nigga, what the fuck is this? It's money. You know what I'm saying? We made, that's us. We created that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's making money? Who's not giving anything? Even your skimmers are working. I mean, they stealing other people's shit. It is still working. Now, what makes them criminal? You know what I'm saying? Because they're not helping society. They're going against it. You know what I'm saying? You're stealing hardworking people's work. They're like you're stealing people's inheritances and shit. Yeah, that's a crime against humanity. You gotta pay, dog. Yo, you know what I'm saying? You're not working with society here. True society. And I'm not talking about, I'm on that African society bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When you understood the community, each one teach one. So therefore, we're talking about the bigger picture. We knew we were all one. Meaning you were looking at shit past the fucking illusion. That's why the monks say namaste, even to the motherfuckers who's not conscious. Even though you're not conscious, I still know you are God, nigga. Namaste. That's what the fuck these niggas are saying. I was gonna say OTEP, but I don't know the definition of that, so I can't speak on that. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the fuck niggas say, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this to say, like our foundation, even, it's more than what it looks like. Then you start getting into the complexity. That's why to be in control of your mind, you have to understand culture and how it affects you. Now we're talking about movies, we're talking about everything because it's all mental. How do you remain open so that way from that plane you could become a little more cosmic, if anything, being more relatable? Then you see God in everything. That is that's a state of consciousness. That's being the Christ. That's when you become the Christ, the Buddha. Oh, you up now? It's just being said different ways, which is beautiful too, though. Again, being open. I'm saying you're like, oh shit, I like how they put it together over here. Now, African spirituality is embodied all of it because there are harmony. So what I'm doing here, even that's why we embrace different religions, all of that shit. It's all under the umbrella of African spirituality. Now we talk about harmony and balance. That's what Kemet You know what I'm saying? The Hootie. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. You feel me? I see why I love that nigga. You know what I mean? Come to find out, this nigga love me even more. Oh shit! That was a good look, dog. He loves how I work. He told me to keep doing myself. Josh, you already know. Hmm? When you have certain people stamp you, listen, when your stamps is beyond this world, like you're a dangerous motherfucker. Listen, man, you become a lethal weapon automatically. We're lethal over here, baby. Those who knows. Those who doesn't know. It's all good. At your convenience. It's at your convenience. They'll be there whenever you need it. In other words, you'll get it when it's time for you to get it. And that's the beauty. But anyway, Spirit's always doing that shit to me, man. So now we were talking about how important it is not just to be open minded, to be conscious. Because pretty much what I'm trying to tell you to be open minded is really to be conscious. But you're consciously stepping into the unknown. You're consciously, that's why they telling you got to go beyond your boundaries, not to be too comfortable, because we understand this is all referring to, this is all common terminologies, but it's all talking about the same thing, what the occultist is telling you, to delve into the darkness, what you don't know. Now motherfuckers tell you, man, you don't want to be too comfortable. When you're too comfortable, you're not gonna grow. It's being said, it's all around you, but they're also showing you to live, you gotta die. Stepping into the unknown is that transformation, not knowing what the fuck's gonna happen. That's how we've been dealing with life and death. I know for me, died so many deaths. To be alive today and still willing to die. That's the beauty of it all. That's why it doesn't make a difference to me. Death. Where's your fucking victory? Let it marinate, baby. Let it does what it does. Uh, I gotta give you the Haiti flavor, baby. You know, a little bit out low. Be on that thing. We're gonna dance, we're gonna dance. Okay? Let's do it. So now, what the fuck was that song? Uh, we talked about that transition. Anyway, guys, you guys got to check out, because what I was actually tapping into something here. That's why I went a little bit quiet. You guys should check out, whoever's watching this, you should check out. I talked about, um, you might need to understand at this point, because I'm delving into some psychic shit right now. As you're listening to me, or you might be in a search, or you're trying to understand immortality. There's a video, because that may help you, whatever the fuck your blockages could be. It could be right there, for you to understand what immortality truly is. And our definition of immortality is not what immortality is, and it doesn't make sense. It's not reality. Obviously, that's why motherfuckers are trying to defeat reality. Like, what the fuck? They say, what? Why? True masters don't go against nature. We understand nature. That's how we go beyond nature. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go against nature, you don't understand nature, meaning you don't understand your true nature neither, and you cannot transcend. You stay blind. That's why know yourself will set you free, which is a powerful statement. But what the fuck is the self that would make the shit a powerful statement? That's why we're giving you your medicine. We're trying to let you know you are spirit. You have a conscious mind. You have subconscious mind. You have to, you could manifest the power of manifestation. Not to mention motherfuckers that are doing spells. I gotta make sure I include all my niggas. You know what I'm saying? My niggas who are creating spells, black magic, all them niggas, right? It's a reflection of us being more than what who we are. Now the differences in all of that shit has to do with now knowing who you truly are. That's the difference. Meaning there's different levels of you knowing who you are. Now those were pretty much a reflection, but if you can't go beyond the reflection, for instance, if you're just looking at the law of manifestation and you're not saying to yourself, if I could do that, what does that say about me? You haven't fully embraced or benefit from the law of manifestation. That's why we tell you in the occult, follow the kingdom of God. Like you're looking for fucking you you just gotta add a little more value to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're falling for small change when you got millions of dollars, and that's where the illusion comes in too. That's where motherfuckers get confused, and that's the beauty of it all as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got a society who's creating you how to be not how to how for you not to be pretty much. And then you also have your celebrities who are showing you, hey, I'm a celebrity because I've done what I did because I'm me. So you like living in a world like it's very confused for you. It's like you see what I'm saying. You love celebrities because of who you are, technically, and you love them even more. And then you'll see how fucking down to earth these motherfuckers are. Let me say that again. You see how fucking down earth, like how humble these motherfuckers are because they're being who they are. And then you've been trained not to be who you are. You got to worship them because now they're giving you a part of you that you don't have. Well, that you truly have, but you're not using. So you're being, it's like you're sucking on their energy, pretty much. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's part of what we do. Like I'll give you a perfect like Muhammad Ali, Eddie Murphy. Those are my fucking idols, right? So, but by these niggas being my idols, that means I have to delve into their fucking energy somehow, right? You see what I'm saying? You see, so in a way, but not in a way that's fucking this nigga up. I mean, if anything, it might even big him up, right? Because it's that like I'm like, fuck this motherfucker, fuck Eddie. I was like, fuck you, Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like that. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm saying this for a reason too, because we're talking about energy, how somebody could drain you or they could give you more energy. Because a motherfucker who goes on stage, you know what I'm saying, fuel from the fucking crowds, right? But it has to do with the energy that's being given to them. But if the crowd ain't reflecting that though, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of these fucking entertainers, they know how to get you to open up. You know what I'm saying? Like the greatest entertainers is like, yo, man, this is a motherfucking party, nigga. Everybody's partying, nigga. What the fuck? Get up, nigga. Like the great entertainer understands that. So he got to do something that gets everybody to get up. He's got to get your fucking attention. Just right in front of you, dog. What are you looking at? I don't know. We're looking at two different shows. But that's the quality in things. It's not how much you see, but it's how are you looking at it. So again, the biggest problem that I came to see, especially in you to be, that's why you have to open your expectation. True, do you know what true mind control is? True mind control is when your limitation, your expectation is limited. I remember in my early days, like you see when a certain motherfucker like look at a certain verse in the Bible a certain way, he's not gonna get out of that. And by him not getting out of it, that's how his mind is being controlled. It's like everybody I've ever talked to in the past, their interpretation of the story of creation is always one way. If a nigga's telling you about Adam and Eve, it's always gonna be, oh my God, they got seduced. You know what I'm saying? And then we realized that, Adam and Eve realized that they were naked. They went and hide themselves. Nobody's questioning that one. If anything, that's why you being, that's why we don't talk about sex here. You don't mention that part down there. You talk about everything else, but that part down there is not talked about. It's not even named what the fuck it is. This is all part of your creation. Therefore, you hiding your shit, you are fucking ashamed of your sex. It's being reflected in your society. So now this is your dick has so many different calls, like so many different other names, or your fucking pussy, coochie. I don't know how the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Bungee. I'm wilding. That was extra. That right there was capping. I was capping. I don't know. No, I never heard no pussy being called bungee. I was tripping. That was cap. Listen, I'm that smooth, nigga. That smooth. But truly, what I'm trying to say is that's the society that we're fucking living in. You know what I'm saying? There was a brother called Bobby Hemmett. In fact, he was talking about how people would talk about magic, eat up everything. When it comes to sex, people are ashamed of it. Well, it's greater. This is what I'm trying to say. It's like this is an American thing. This is how it's being created here. You ever wonder like this? And this is facts too. Like, there's a lot of rapes that fucking take place in this country. This is insane. But it's all a reflection of that. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I was just showing you. Okay, but what I truly was talking about was the fact that you've been conditioned to think about that story in just a one perspective. You're not even thinking about how it's being reflected in your society. And even me saying this shit to you right now may sound a little iffy to you, or which is fine. I mean, we all have a fucking interpretation. But the bottom line of what I'm truly saying here, and I don't think you don't have to agree with how I'm saying it, is showing you there's a direct relationship. It's all mental between your culture or how you see things and how you are is shaping your life. The nigga who grew up in a toxic situation been conditioned to be toxic, so therefore that person is just being who they are. So when you say they're toxic, like who the fuck, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna show you what toxic is, motherfucker. I know. The only difference is I wouldn't even say that. Like shit, because you know what I'm saying. Like, hmm, mm-hmm. mm. That's why you gotta drop a couple of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Follow up with that. Mm-hmm. Wow. You let it go. Whoa, I surrender. Surrender, baby. Shit, nigga. I live in the darkness, nigga. That's how the light has to maneuver in the dark. But anyway, that was said, you know, said for a purpose. There was a reason behind this one. I was fully loaded. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, making a long story short, or not even story, but whatever the fuck, like to summarize pretty much, like having an open minded or to be open minded, as now we're saying essentially to have an open heart is to have an open mind, right? So now having an open heart or having an open mind, like we're seeing the relationship, but what we're truly saying is that you got to be open. Well, that's what the open heart is, right? You got to be open, but what we're saying about being open is going beyond what you already know. It may be not too familiar. It's a little bit different, but let's get to know it. I'm just showing you the different aspect of it. But essentially, this is all mental. This is your mind opening up. This is you, for instance, let's just say you eat Chinese food, you eat that kind of food, this kind of food. You open to it. Now you may take that for granted, but so for somebody who have not tried that, that could be totally different for them. Like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But now the world is different. Of course, people would be willing to try it, but that's because, again, right? It's being, we're talking about salad. More people are being involved in other culture, so it's a little bit different. But the bottom line is that difference is being created by us. And that's why people will say this is more of a curious age where people are talking more about spirituality, more involved. And that's what you see with fucking YouTube too. And nigga, that's what the fuck you think I'm doing. So, so listen, I ain't knocking it at all. I'm saying shit. It is all that. It is all that. Because I couldn't be on Earth, down here where I couldn't be, I couldn't do what I'm doing here. That's how I know I'm a fucking master. And I understand, you know what I'm saying, the whole ascending shit. Because we gotta be where this has gotta be. We gotta be where this has gotta be. Where this has gotta be, well, that's where we be. and that's point. Like, period, dog. This is what it is. But anyway, just to summarize, I'm wilding, man. But anyway, yo, gotten so many fucking downloads, man. Let me just summarize this real quick. So now, technically, guys, for you to be open minded, you got to be open. And open now pretty much entails you delving into what we're calling the unknown. And that's where you're not too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You're shaky a little bit, but yet you're growing. All of that is just showing you, man, how to open up, be open, be loved. That's the underlying message that people are not talking about. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing here, I'm trying to get you to see the dots. I'm giving you a quality view. This should be a pay per view, nigga. See, even pay per view have nothing on this. This is no. This is listen, man. This is for the initiates, the living ones, and that's the connection. Where we anyway, let me slow down. Too much. I've given you enough, nigga. Come on now. I'm allowed to hold that one up. I ain't on you. But that beauty at the same time. And I'm referring to pretty much becoming the word, the wisdom, how it transforms you, how you live in it. And by you living it, now earth, that separation doesn't matter to you anymore. When we are deeply spirited, like, you know what I'm saying, your body doesn't mean anything at this point. You have transcended. In other words, you have become what is called the God on earth. Now you're reflecting. Oh, I'm giving you some gospels, baby. Now you are reflecting the divine. Yo, Jesus was a dirty motherfucker, though. He was talking dirty out here. When I listened to what he was saying and how he was saying it, come on, man. How can you not be in love with the word? And, pretty much this is your life, babe. You know what I'm saying? Get your clout, do what you do. At the end of the day, like, this is different. This is the type of shit that just speaks for itself automatically. Like, yeah, this is what this is. Yeah. Something like that. That part. Yeah, it is. But anyway, through mind control, is to have you think a certain way and only that way. Not trying to convince you to think another way. True mind control is truly, that's why when we say becoming conscious, taking you out of the matrix, is telling you the way, the normal way you've been thinking or shaped to look at reality. That's what we're taking you out of. So true mind control has absolutely nothing. It's how your mind is being controlled. So it's either you have mind control or you have you controlling your mind. It's your way. Either way. You know what I'm saying? But one gives you power, the other one, not so much. One is self fulfilling. That's how it transcends because, the outside doesn't determine it. In fact, we're telling the outside this is what this is. That's you being in your power. Listen, it's beautiful. That's what the darkness can never be touched, dog. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're being played, think about it. When somebody plays somebody else, you can need play somebody who's stupid than you, or you make them feel whatever the fuck. But if you cannot play somebody who's smarter than you. That's not what the game is about. It's either if you know that somebody's smarter, you're trying to get them to be dumb or to dumb them down, whatever the fuck. That's what you're gonna have to do. That's because you already know that somebody's smarter than you. Now let me give you the news, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm smarter for a reason. Come on, man. We're never gonna dumb this shit down. What the fuck are we doing? Why would I get older and go backwards? Who does that? Not everybody. I'm gonna be nice on that one. Not everybody. Well, that's what being retarded is pretty much all about. If you're not growing internally over the years, that's why you have older people that are still young minded. They are trapped in an older body. There's a lot of fucking 15, 14 years old that are 30, that are in their fucking 40s, man. To make it even worse, that even have kids. Then what type of education do you think, how they gonna shape these people? Well, that's what you're living. This is all spiritual, nigga. There's a nigga like Bobby Hemmett. Again, this nigga was talking about, oh, we got to become spiritual. Now, fuck the bullshit about the division between this world's gonna collapse. Nah, that's milk. But true spirituality, that's what's really, because when you have true spirituality, you in charge of your fucking mind. And when you're in charge of your mind, how can somebody else play you? The minute you get played, you're not in charge of your mind. That's just the way it goes. That's what they tell you. What? Nigga, just stay in your power. Just stay in your power. You good. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. That's how we walk in the shadow of death, man. And we fear no evil. Nigga, we walk straight back. We don't even look behind, man. They trying to stir. They're trying to turn me into a statue. Come on now, man. You're trying to turn me into a statue. Because anybody who's not going forward, man, you're a statue, baby. It doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? You're cheating yourself. Not me. You know what I'm saying? Again, so that's why it's always, it's still the spirit. I'm trying to get you to see it from the dot perspective, meaning looking at the matrix for what it is, going beyond the veil, not just in the bullshit of what the government's doing to you. All right, I mean that's part of it too. Now, I'm not telling you to neglect it. I'm trying to tell you there's a bigger picture, and that's what niggas like me we do. So it ain't so much like fuck the government and shit like that. I got something better here, man, nigga. Why fucking the government for? For what? You know what I'm saying? Whereas you know what I'm saying, it's up. You gotta look at it differently. You know what I'm saying? Just giving you a better way. That's quantity, quality, baby. Has nothing to do with that. Know yourself. You change all of that. That means nothing. as you can see, look at the market. Think about it. More and more, there's going to be a lot more vegan places and all that shit. But all of that's only happening, man, because people are changing. So you are a reflection of your fucking market, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. And that's why they do marketing research. You know what I'm saying? Or they tapping into your shit. They want to know what the fuck you doing. What's the next thing? You know what I'm saying? What are people thinking about? What you call popular is just nothing but a reflection of your fucking collective consciousness. Now, niggas who are successful at that, they know, like Steve Harvey, I'll give you a good example. Think like a man, but act like a lady. Well, he already see you being niggas. I'm saying, of course you're gonna buy that shit, man. It reflects you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Steve. Hey, go ahead, Steve. The fuck? Because you know that shit. He's talking about you. You know that you're gonna get something out of it, nigga. Ain't no go ahead, Steve over here. Fuck out of here, Steve. You go ahead right over there, nigga. Not over here. I'm saying? Again, we are knocking nobody though. We're talking about understanding here, and me again, once again, reflecting. Or trying to help you to see the reflection on how you are creating your world. And when we're talking about marketing, but most importantly, I'm trying to tell you when I say why fuck the government, not I'm trying to say I'm some superhuman shit. You see what I'm saying? Because it's all part of you. But I'm trying to really showing you if you truly want to make a difference. That way, that's not it. Because again, look at what you've been doing, and you don't even know you God, nigga. All this vegan shit, people are becoming more conscious. Guess what? It's shaping reality. Niggas wasn't talking like this. That's how you could say the 90s and right now it's not the same. It's nigga. It is not the same. Different state of consciousness. What are we talking about? So again, that's why, average society is a representation or reflection of that collective consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And in the 70s, people were thinking a certain way. Then the 70s appear to be a certain way. In the 80s, motherfuckers are thinking a different way that was not quite the 70s. Then now you have a different reality. In the 90s, well, nigga, you already know. Like that thousand nigga she. Bow, bow, bow. Now, I'm not saying bow, bow, bow because that's when gangster rap came out. That's not what I'm talking about at all. But I'm saying, like, it just changes to a whole motherfucking, like, the whole, whoa. Well, then, translated, bow, 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 nigga. But anyway, um, nigga, you wild. Anyway, man, I think I'm gonna stop it there. You already know I sent. Bro.